Welcome to the Government News Brief for Tuesday, March 29, 2016. In the news, hundreds of Guyanese at 63 beat signals hope for unity in Guyana, Region 5 puts small budding businesses on show, and more reform on stream for the Guyana Police Force. Stay tuned. Thank you for staying with us. I am Azeem Khan and this is the Government News Brief. The Guyana Police Force could soon have regional commanders in addition to divisional commanders, as we hear in this Paul McAdam report.
The Guyana Police Force is set to undergo major transformation. A proposal to have regional commanders is being actively considered. This is according to Minister of Public Security and Vice President Khemraj Ramjattan.
Each region, we will have a police division. And we'll have a commander for each of those regions, which is going to be synchronized with a division. However, Region 4 being so big, we might need to have two divisions. Division A1 or whatever it's called, this Region 4 division, 1 and 2. And then we can have, so effectively, though we have 10 regions in Guyana, we will have 11 police divisions. Region 4 being divided into two divisions.
Minister Ramjattan explained that this would not result in more assistant commissioners being appointed as head of divisions. He said that regional divisions could also be headed by senior superintendents or a superintendent.
So that when they go to Lethem, Lethem will have a commander in that region to take care of all of the problems security-wise in that region. And that person will communicate with the commissioner and the assistant commissioners at administration and so on and operations so that we can help him to execute on those regions.
The government is taking several measures to ensure that the Guyana Police Force can better serve and protect citizens. This includes more local and overseas-based training for ranks and better equipment for them to execute their duties.
Prime Minister Moses Nagamootoo is calling for the establishment of agro-industries in Region 5 at the opening of the region's first exposition and trade fair. More on this event.
Addressing a huge gathering at the Bath Settlement Community Center ground, the Prime Minister said Region 5 is a significant contributor to the national economy but lacks agro-industries.
So this trade expo this evening, lasting as well tomorrow, should be historically an eye-opener for West Berbice, that you can look at what others in other regions have produced and what they have canned, what they have bottled, and you could also tell yourself you could do the same or you could do better, because you could do better, you can do better.
The Prime Minister is of the view that the expo can be used to organize agro-production and enable persons to develop cottage industries and agro-processing facilities, which would generate jobs for youths in the region. Meanwhile, Minister of Business Dominic Gaskin, who was also at the event, believes that the expo provides the opportunity to showcase the region's potential to produce and to do business.
An expo anywhere in the world is an opportunity to showcase the productive sectors of an economy. And in Guyana, this is no different. Region 5 is making a statement here tonight that it wants to join the other regions that have held successful business expositions, and also that it is capable of mobilizing the private sector in pursuit of a regional economic agenda. Business development is an important aspect of economic development.
The Business Minister has committed to working closely with the regional administration to provide guidance and assistance, as he echoed the call by the Prime Minister for the establishment of agro-processing industries and facilities within the region. Over 12 businesses had their products and services on display for the two-day expo. Some used the opportunity to formally launch their products and services publicly. The Region 5 Exposition and Trade Fair was held under the theme, Transforming Region 5 for a Better Guyana.
Go Invest plans to pursue Guyanese in the diaspora to invest in Guyana's economy. Find out how in this report.
The Guyana Office for Investment, Go Invest, is going after overseas investors Chief Executive Officer of Go Invest, Owen Verway, says that the diaspora is very interested in Guyana's economy and they have the money to invest in their home country.
We want to go to specific events where the industry is already organized and structured, but to make them aware that Guyana is here, we have all of the necessary inputs, we have the skills, we have the incentives offered through the various packages in these offices and through the Ministry of Finance and the other agencies that would assist them and their business to work at the same time allowing the economy to benefit from it.
Pointing out that Guyana has a lot to offer, Vorway insisted all avenues for job creation through relevant investments will be pursued by Go Invest. He says the creation of jobs in Guyana, especially for young people, is high on the agenda for Go Invest.
Guyana is a very natural resource rich economy. We have the largest landmass in the Caribbean. We have the potential to feed the Caribbean, so agro-processing and agriculture is obviously very high in the agenda there. Light manufacturing is in that, and we've got outsourcing of IT-related work, coming there.
This year, Go Invest would be working to improve its relations and partnership with other agencies both locally and internationally. This is so the agency can better facilitate investments in Guyana. The mandate of Go Invest is to contribute to Guyana's economic development by promoting and facilitating local and foreign private sector investment and exports in accordance with the country's approved investment and export strategies. For the Government News Brief, I am Sheba Thomas.
Efforts to revitalize co-op societies would have to take into account transparency. More in this report.
Guyana's economy is now on the upswing and every sector has a role to play, says Minister within the Ministry of Social Protection Keith Scott. He was explaining that the cooperative societies must be viewed as one of the pillars to move the economy forward.
We need to engage every single sector, and the co-op is a major sector. For too long has it been neglected. It has also been seen in the doldrums, and emphasis was not placed on its development or its improvement.
Some cooperative societies have major issue of transparency and accountability.
There are some housing co-ops which are, I don't want to call the names now, but which have to be given some serious attention to because some skullduggery went on with some of them. Same thing has happened with that the builders and as well as the, like for example, fishermen and those other areas of co-ops. Some have been okay, others have been really doing their own thing that have not been accounting to the members, have not been holding meetings, have not been having audits. Now these are issues that have developed around the fact that there was not enough accountability that was called upon. We are tightening in those areas.
Records shows that there are close to 1,000 cooperative societies. However, more than half of that amount seem to be not functioning. Scott explained that the ministry, in collaboration with cooperative experts, is in the process of crafting a blueprint that will see the resuscitation of cooperative societies throughout the country. Additional staff has also been recruited to assist in conducting countrywide research to determine the assets of co-op societies. For the Government News Brief, Syncika, Thorne reporting.
Sometimes it takes the smiles of children to remind us how fortunate we are to be Guyanese. Here is why.
And I can sense the air of freedom here because what I've been noticing is that people of all races are mixing and meddling and having fun together. And this is sending a very strong message to those who are continuing to try so hard to keep us apart. I want our people to remain like this, to have fun together, to work hard together, and let us work to make Guyana what it is really supposed to be.
Sita Nagamootoo, wife of Prime Minister and first Vice President Moses Nagamootoo. They were at the annual kite flying competition organized by the Guyana Tourism Authority at the number 63 beach, Quarantine, Berbice. It was also the view of the Prime Minister that the event showed the need of the Guyanese people to live in unity.
It is people trying to reassert themselves in their own country, in their own environment, and the fact that people would have come here to celebrate and to interface with family members on a day such as this, it is showing that people do want to integrate. People want to mix in Guyana.
Meanwhile, Director of the Guyana Tourism Authority, Indranath Haral Singh, said the annual event is held to stimulate the creativity of the youths and to promote domestic tourism. Prizes were offered for the biggest and smallest flying kites, which included trips to Kaitro Falls and Baganara Island Resort, as well as monetary prizes. Namela Rowe for Government News Brief.
This has been another edition of the Government News Brief. You can find the details of these and other stories on GINA's website. I encourage you to subscribe to our website and YouTube channel. You can also like us on Facebook so you can be informed as the news unfolds. Join us again tomorrow, March 30, 2016 for another edition of the Government News Brief. Thank you for watching.